This video is to provide a brief introduction to the new APIs or application programming interfaces that have been released by Fronius in firmware version 2.1 and can be activated on the TPSi range from 320 through to 600. So these APIs essentially provide a conduit between either two pieces of software or software and hardware, in this case the Fronius TPSi and any external software that you might wish to integrate with. So we can use that in all sorts of ways, principally to extract live weld data, so current, voltage, heat input, etc., which we can then log or act on accordingly. So you can see here we've got an OPC UA client currently connected to our machine. On the left here we can see the list of available parameters which we can monitor. So by monitoring these, they appear in this section of the client here, and then our software could act on it, or at least software developed by the customer could act on that data as required. So aside from monitoring things like voltage and wire feed speed, etc., you could, for instance, monitor the current flow here, and for example, if the machine was currently welding, you could turn on a fume extraction system. Likewise, if no machines are welding, you could turn off the fume extraction system and thereby save power in the building. You could have software to allow you to scan a job card, for example, and set job number, part number, seam number, which would appear in the weld logs. So currently you can see we've got the job number is the beam and our part number is the base plate. For instance, if we had finished welding the base plate and we moved on to the cleats, we could send that data and we can see it instantly updated here. If this software was linked to an external database, it could also set the job number. As each seam increments, we can send the data through and see it reflected in the logs of the machine. As I said, if we needed to change the job number, we could go to that setting, change it, for instance, to job 1, and we can see on the front panel of the welder we've now changed to job 1. We could take it out of job mode, and then now we would be able to set, for instance, our wire feed speed or our current, etc., manually, and have those changed. If we have a quick look at some data that's used this system, we can see here's some data that's been extracted from the machine, and we deliberately introduced an error into it, and you can see that error is logged into the logs. So we could then go and grab frame 1, part 1, and we can see that on seam number 3 there was an error 560, which is a failure to ignite. So we then need to inspect that part for weld defects. So the possibilities are quite limitless with this sort of API. It simply comes down to creating the necessary software to monitor and act on the available data. For further information, please contact your Smenco representative. Thank you.